Hello, welcome to the podcast for Screw Ups. This is Wally, coming to you live from the Blue Room. The Blue Room. This is Jesus made fully human. It is not to angels that he has subjected the world to come about which we are speaking, but there is a place where someone has testified. What is mankind that you are mindful of them? A son of man that you care for them? You made them a little lower than the angels. You crowned them with the glory and honor and put everything under their feet. In putting everything under them, God left nothing that is not subject to them. Yet at present we do not see everything subject to them. But we do see Jesus, who was made lower than the angels for a little while, now crowned with glory and honor because he suffered death, so that by grace of God he might taste death for everyone, and bringing many sons and daughters to glory. It was fitting that God, for whom and through whom everything exists, should make the pioneer of their salvation perfect through what he suffered. Both the one who makes people holy and those who are made holy are of the same family. So Jesus is not ashamed to call them brothers and sisters. He says, I will declare your name to my brothers and sisters and the assembly, and I will sing your praises. And again, I will put my trust in him. And again, he says, here am I, and the children of God has given me. Since the children have flesh and blood, he too shared in their humanity, so that by his death he might break the power of him who holds the power of death, that is, the devil, and free those who all their lives were held in slavery by the fear of death. For surely it is not angels he helps, but Abraham's descendants. For this reason he had made them like them, fully human in every way, in order that he might become merciful and faithful high priest in service to God, that he might make an atonement for the sins of the people, because he himself suffered when he was tempted, but he is able to help those who are being tempted. Of course, that's Jesus. He's able to help us when we're being tempted, help us to overcome, help us to not sin. Um, there's many things in this that are like crazy. Um, Mankind is mindful of the Son of Man, that you care for him. He was made a little lower than the angels, coming as a man on earth. Um, you put everything under them, left nothing subject to him. Crowned with glory and honor because he suffered death, so that by the grace of God he might taste death for everyone. Not that everyone won't die, but that he tasted death for everyone. Um, in bringing many sons and daughters to glory, it was fitting that whom and through everything exists should make I love this, make the pioneer of their salvation perfect through what he suffered. So he's perfect, obviously. Both the who makes the people holy, he makes us holy, and we're in the same family. He calls us brothers and sisters. He wants he will sing praises in the assembly. It's true we have an enemy, the devil, who puts us in slavery, and the way to be set free is through Jesus. Um, and then, the way to get through temptation, which it's hard to, I don't know, do you call on the name of Jesus, cry out for help? I think those are true, but, um, like recalling the scripture to try to help you overcome and not give in to sin is a difficult thing. Um, it's a resource. It's just hard to do. I mean, or in that case, nobody would sin. Um, so, and as you know, I struggle, and everyone struggles with sin. It's just a truism of being alive. We won't be perfect till heaven. Um, it says, "Be holy as I'm holy." So that's the goal is to be holy like Him. Um, Never without sin, which is a weird paradigm. Uh, but always trying to not live in sin. Uh, and it's better for you to not sin in your body, in your mortal body. Um, so I obviously struggle with that. Uh, have struggled with that for a long time, and I guess I know my whole life. So this morning, giving you a podcast. Um, just like, in all honesty, this notion that I love to hear my own voice. I don't listen to many podcasts, and I don't listen to mine very often, which you probably already know by the sound quality. Um, but I, I I like my voice. I do. I like it. Whether other people do is an interesting thing. I can't really care about it, but I think people do like my voice too. Uh, Maybe not what I say, but my voice for sure. Because there are still people downloading the podcast. Thank you for doing that, by the way. Um, it's a gift to me to keep on doing this. Lately I've been wondering if I should be advertising again, and I kind of withdrew from that because I advertised so much last year that it was so rare for me that it felt off for me to do that so much. And all I did was on Facebook, uh, which I don't know how far it goes. I know how many friends it says I have. Of course, all of them are not real friends. Some of them are acquaintances. Uh, but that whole social media thing is a weird world, as you all know. Uh, so that's where we are today. All about Jesus again. Um, what He's created for. Um, what He came to earth for. Once again, the language is tricky. Uh, it's a little more clear than yesterday. Pay attention. Um, but still, Hebrews is a different book in the Bible for sure, and it reads different. And it's been good for me, but it's been difficult. There again, I need to listen to somebody preach on it better, uh, because to learn some more things. And Safe Haven's doing it right now, which is neat. I need to watch. I struggle with watching and listening. TV, I'm fine with. uh, so, in the room, in the blue room, uh, put up some new pictures of some families that sent me Christmas cards yesterday. Jason's family, Jameson and Brienne, and then Michael and Gina and Jamie. Sorry. Just it's neat to see families um, living as families. Lots of girls in these pictures. Few boys too. Shiny. Thankful for people who send those cards at Christmas time. And one surprise card I got at Christmas, Wheezy came and put one at the house on my car. And I'm going to try to send notes. I'm real behind on sending notes to people. Uh, but just to say thank you for thinking of me in that. So, um, yeah. So there's that. And I'm enamored by this picture in my room um, that is of this barbecue that we did when I was in Tuscaloosa, and so many people are at it, and I can't. It's not a real clear picture, but it's huge at the number of people that came to that. That was represented just in the college ministry. It's a neat photo that I'm amazed at all the people that were coming to small groups back then. They were so good, man. College students were so good who helping at church in Tuscaloosa. And, not many of them are still there. But to see what God did with them and others, obviously, to make churches, one in Northport and one in south of Tuscaloosa, which, by the way, the South Campus, which is now called Covenant, they got Big Sandy gave them their building, so now they're using their building to reach people for the gospel, which is neat. It's neat. That's an answered prayer from a long time ago, because BJ said that he said something that Andy Stanley had said about that the church has enough buildings. It just needs people doing effective ministry in those buildings. So as churches get older, sometimes they need help, and then people come in and can use the building and they can reach new people, which is the whole thing about new churches, that new churches reach new people who aren't in church. A lot of people who are hurting come to church at a new church. New problems. Maybe they feel more openness to share their problems. So you have to be ready to counsel. So that's a neat thing, to be able to help people, that the church helps people, which it does. It always has. Thankful for that, because it helped me. I mean, no doubt. Young 16-year-old, struggling bad, cried myself to sleep almost every day that I lived in California. And then to come home and then be able to shoot baskets at the church, and then hear about Jesus, that he loved me and he died for me. It rescued me from the darkness. And the darkness is always out there. It's always trying to get you. It's always trying to get you back, which is, one of those things about sin, that old sin and all that, trying to get you all the time. Today is a Sunday. You won't get this podcast on a Sunday, but it's a Sunday. Ready to go to church today. Thankful to get to go to church today, especially as the way things have been lately, physically. It's just a blessing to get up in the morning, to go to church, to see the guys, to see church, to sing his praises. So looking forward to it. I'm way ahead of schedule again today. Thank the Lord I'm sleeping at night again. I'm not sleeping super long in the morning, which is fine. I don't complain about that. And I don't feel as tired as I did before when I used to complain about it more. It is cold today. I mean, it's colder than it has been. I think it got down to freezing last night. So trying to dress appropriately for that, for the coldness. Yeah, looking forward. I hope it's a pretty day out. I haven't seen the out yet. If it looks dreary, because it's been raining, so sometimes it looks kind of overcast and dreary. And then, come home, do it all over again. That whole thing. So excited for the Lord, to see what the Lord's going to do today. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. That's the siren song of today. From the Blue Room. The Blue Room. see. Oh, Auburn lost yesterday. Bad, 81-64, I think, which puts them out of the tournament. Which I sadly didn't pick them to go very far. I didn't pick them to win the second game. Houston's really good. Um, I don't know if Alabama won. I hadn't looked yet. I'm sure they did. Uh, so I think there's still 3 number ones left if you're checking your bracket. Of course, by the time you get this podcast, it'll be over big time. You can reflect on how bad your bracket was, I guess. Mine, I don't know. I can't tell. It doesn't show which ones I missed. It just puts a red X, so I don't know what I missed because I can't remember what I picked. I did pick Alabama to win it all, though. So there's that. Let's see what else is going on. There's still football news. Football news is all about trades and people trying to get Aaron Rodgers, the Jets, and dang, I can't remember the name of the quarterback for the Ravens. He's Lamar. I can't remember his last name. I'm sorry. Jackson, maybe. Uh, he he's trying to get his money, which people don't talk about. How he got cheated because he got drafted so low in the first round. He got less money, and they kept on saying they wanted him to be moved to a wide receiver. Some scout said that, which is crazy. Um, because he's won MVP of the league already as 20s. He's in his 20s, I think. Um, so it's odd that they dog him so hard. That's the same way they did Cam. They dog Cam hard too. Of course, Cam's out of the league now. That shoulder, man, messed him up. It's hard to throw when you mess up your shoulder. Now, I guess Dr. Andrews couldn't fix it. Dr. Andrews is a great surgeon. I don't even know if he went to Dr. Andrews. Sorry. Sorry about the coughing there. So, looking forward to Monday. Looking forward to Tuesday. I go see the doctor on Tuesday. Thank the Lord. And Monday, got some work to do, so I'm thankful for that. Thankful for work. Thankful for God's provision. Things I'm praying for is people. There's a guy whose dad has gout. I've been praying for that. Praying for baseball. Praying for the students. Praying for the guys that are in other things, in band and things like that. They're going to have their spring concert coming up. I've been praying for myself, about sickness, feeling better. Trying to make good content here for you on the old podcast. And then just live a good life. That's what I'm trying to do every day. So that's pretty much all I have today. Thankful for you. Thankful for this. It's a good outlet for me. This is the end of the old podcast.